So now we're going to look at our last type of factorizing, which is factorizing trinomials. What a trinomial is an expression with three terms like this: x squared minus x minus 6. When we're factorizing this, we need to look at the last term, and we're looking at the coefficient, which means the number in front of our second term. So we're looking at minus 6, and we're looking at the number in front of it, x here, which is minus 1, because x squared minus 1x minus 6. So we need to look at what numbers multiply together to get minus 6, which will add together to get minus 1. So what numbers multiply together to get minus 6? Well, we have 1 times minus 6, or we have minus 1 times 6, or we have 2 times minus 3, or we have minus 2 times 3. So we need to look at which of these now will add together to get minus 1. And 2 minus 3 adds together to get minus 1. So then we have our two brackets that we're going to be factorizing into. What multiplies together to get x squared? X by x. What multiplies to get minus 6? Well, 2 and minus 3. And that's our answer, because now the reason we did this part is now if you're multiplying this out, we'd get x squared plus 2x minus 3x, which gives me minus 1x minus 6. So this is what multiplies together to get our answer. So our answer there is x plus 2 times x minus 3. Let's just look at another example of that. X squared minus 6x plus 5. This time we're looking at numbers that will multiply together to get 5, that add together to get minus 6. So what numbers multiply together to get 5? Well, 1 by 5, or minus 1 by minus 5. Which of these will add together to get minus 6? Minus 1 minus 5 gives us minus 6. Then in one bracket, we have x minus 5, and in the other bracket, x minus 1. If we were to multiply this out, we'd get x squared minus 5x minus 1x, which gives me minus 6x plus 5. So when we're doing trinomials like this, we're looking at numbers that multiply together to get the last number, that add together to get the number in front of x. Unfortunately, it does get a bit harder than that, and we're going to look at that now. So let's say we have something like this: 4x squared minus 3x minus 7. So this time we're doing the same thing, but first we actually have to multiply the number in front of the first one by the number in front of the last one. 4 multiplied by minus 7 gives me minus 28. And now I'm actually looking at numbers that multiply together to get minus 28, that add together to get minus 3. What numbers multiply together to get minus 28? Minus 1 by 28, or 1 by minus 28, 2 by minus 14, or minus 2 by 14, and 4 by minus 7, or minus 4 by 7. Which of those are going to add together to get minus 3? 4 minus 7 gives us minus 3. So then we go back to this and we basically rewrite minus 3x as minus 4x minus 7x, because minus 4x minus 7x equals minus 3x. And we're going to rewrite that into our formula. So instead of having 4x squared minus 3x minus 7, we have 4x squared minus 4x minus 7x, minus 7, like that. Now this is almost like grouping again. We do highest common factor in the first part and highest common factor in the second part. My highest common factor between 4x squared and 4x is just going to be 4x. What do we multiply by 4x to get 4x squared? X. What do I multiply by 4x to get minus 4x? Minus 1. Then in my other bracket goes x minus 1 over here as well. What do I multiply by x to get minus 7x? What do I multiply by minus 1 to get 7? Plus 7. So then one of my brackets is 4x plus 7, and my other bracket is x minus 1. So similar to how we were doing them before, slightly different in the fact the first thing we have to do is multiply the coefficient on front of x squared by the number on its own to get minus 28. Want numbers multiplied together to get minus 28, that add together to get minus 3x, 4 and minus 7. So then we rewrite it like this: 4x squared minus 4x minus 7x minus 7. And then we kind of do our grouping. We do highest common factor in first, highest common factor in a second, and we just combine the fractions there. So I'm going to make one more part on this video, which is just going from factors to solutions. And once we have that, we're going to use that, what we actually look at from going factors to solutions, to do one last type of factorising, which actually works for any quadratic equation. So it works for trinomials, it works for difference of two squares, for highest common factor as well. So we're going to try that in the next video.